In this New World video, we are going to answer the question, what's the best in slot perks for the Great Axe? This will include the weapon and the armor perks. What's the best perks on the Great Axe? On the Great Axe there's 8 different perks that is actually best in slot. I'm not going to name all the perks, but I'll show an image here on the screen. If you're someone that wants to do a lot of damage with the Great Axe, generally, the best in slot perks will be Keen, Enchanted and Keenly Empowered. These 3 perks combined will give you an insane amount of damage, but this is mostly good for 1v1s. In wars, generally, you're not going to 1v1, so there's a different set of best in slot perks for the Great Axe if you're going to use your Great Axe in wars. The best in slot perks for wars is going to be Enchanted, Refreshing Move and Plague Crits. Enchanted to increase your damage, Refreshing Move to reduce your cooldowns of your abilities, so you can spare more abilities in wars, and Plague Crits because there's a lot of healings in wars and you want to reduce all the healing as much as possible. There's a lot of different builds with the Great Axe and a lot of different best in slot perks that you can use. As I explained earlier, there's 8 different best in slot perks on the Great Axe, so you can combine all of these 8 different perks to make your own build. If you have a good build, leave it in the comments and tell me what type of perks you use and why those perks are best in slot for your build. Let's move on to some PvE perks for the Great Axe. Let's say you're somebody that likes to solo bosses and go out on your own and go trophy farming and so on. These are the best perks for the Great Axe: Transient Recovery, Life Stealing and lastly Keen. Transient Recovery will heal you a lot, and Life Stealing will also add to your healing, plus Keen will also add to your healing because when a Great Axe crits, you heal. These 3 perks will give you a lot of sustain and you can solo almost any mob with these 3 perks on your Great Axe. If you want some Great Axe perks on your armor, there's only 2 perks that's really notable. It is Insatiable Gravity Well, which your Gravity Well will actually heal you and do another burst of damage, and Enfeebling Maelstrom, which will reduce a target's damage by a certain percentage. These are the only 2 perks that you have to worry about when you pick a best in slot armor piece. Of course you will have to worry about the Resilient and Refreshing and so forth, but generally if you're looking for a Great Axe perk on your armor, you're going to need Insatiable Gravity Well and Enfeebling Maelstrom if you're going to use those abilities. If you've liked this video, consider subscribing. I post new World videos every week.